from a bunch of different Catholic schools in the area, and they're all talking about Operation Others. Remember that one?
Yes, and I loved talking to them. It was one way that they're helping neighbors in need. The students explained how the program awakened greatness in them. So from community to the classroom, which is our focus today.
Principal Bill Kelly and Assistant Principal Tiffany Howard, they join us from St. James Seton this morning.
Good
to
morning.
see both of you.
Nice to have you here.
And St. James Seton, some people may not have heard of it, but it's one of about 70 Catholic schools in the Archdiocese of Omaha, right?
That's correct.
Explain because you're really trying to use this catchphrase, awakening greatness.
Yes.
How does that fit into your mission?
Well, thank you again for having us. It's a pleasure to be on our favorite morning show. Thank you for having us. Well, at St. James Seton, we awaken greatness because we take our Catholic values and we make it a part of our everyday experience. So it's in our rules, it's in our procedures, it's in our classroom, it's in our discipline. And when you have that sort of environment, you really can accomplish great things. And so we take that, we combine it with high academics, and we combine it with technology, we combine it with great teachers, and we can make great progress for the kids.
That is the thread. And maybe I bet we'll hear that phrase a little bit more even as we dive deeper into this. But this week is special, right? They're calling it Catholic Schools Week. How are you celebrating?
Catholic Schools Week is a time where we want to recognize the great things that are going on at St. James Seton and across all the Catholic schools. So we have lots of fun special events going on this week to make them meaningful. Tiffany, you want to talk about some of those?
We, this week, have had wildlife encounters came in.
Right.
Oh,
with
we
all
know them
kinds
well
of
around
fun
here,
animals.
Tiffany.
Yes.
Don't ever trust them, though.
They brought a boa constrictor. And so students and teachers, I being one of the people, got to hold the boa constrictor, which was a little
Look
frightening.
at this. There's the
Yeah.
picture of
Cute.
it.
So there's the kids. One girl actually ran away when he pulled the boa constrictor out. That was
Yeah.
pretty
She
funny.
didn't even want to
And
be in the room.
No, she didn't.
I might
Mary's
be
been
So we had to
known
do
to do that, too.
volunteer. We also have Special Friends Mass where kids can have parents, grandparents, neighbors, anyone special to them come to the masses and they get to come to the classrooms. We have a teacher versus student volleyball game. Today we're having our first ever teacher switch day. So each teacher will actually get to go to another classroom.
Yeah.
So like an 8th grade teacher might be going to a kindergarten classroom for part of the day and vice versa to do
Do the
some
students
fun
or do
activities.
the teachers get more out of the switch?
We'll find out.
Right, since
Right.
it's the first ever.
Very exciting.
Yeah, this
let's-
is so cool.
It is cool, but let's talk about academics. There's all this other stuff that's involved with an education, but academics really at the core of this. What should parents and students expect from Catholic schools in terms of education? And I guess your school in particular.
Well, high academic standards are one of the hallmarks of a Catholic education, and so at St. James Seton we pride ourselves on being very strong and academically rigorous. So in Catholic schools just in general, we have a 98% high school graduation rate, and then over 96% of high school Catholic graduates go on to college or university. But really we're committed at St. James Seton to helping all of our learners. So the kids that need a little extra challenge, we can challenge those kids. Kids that need some extra help, we can help those kids. That's really our goal.
I want to tee it up for you.
Oh, please.
For parents who are considering Catholic school, why is St. James Seton a great choice? You're sitting next to somebody on a plane. They ask you that question. What do you say?
That's a great question. Well, we can take Christian values and we can combine them with high academics, and we want our parents to be involved in the school too. So when you take all those combinations and you put it together with teachers who average 20 years in the classroom, we really can make some great progress. Last year we had a great number of high school scholarship winners.
Yeah, last year, 40 of our 8th graders received scholarships to area archdiocesan schools. And like Bill was saying, I was lucky enough to go to Catholic schools from grade school through college, and you find that it's a very unique experience. You're a part of more than just a school. It's a much deeper community that you can be invested in. So not only are you receiving a top-notch education, but it's a culture of faith. And it's a chance to grow and become involved, and not just for the kids, but the parents as well.
You know, I'm Catholic, but I went to public schools. My wife, she went to Catholic schools growing up, and we talk about, some of those differences. But parents start to make those decisions when, they're getting out of preschool and they're heading into kindergarten. But give us some history on your school and location, and how did it get started? How long has it been in the Omaha area?
Well, St. James Seton, we just celebrated our 40th anniversary, I believe, is that right? And so we're located on 90th Street between Fort and Maple, kind of by the Nebraska
Yeah.
Humane Society. And we're a unique school in that we have two parishes, two churches supporting us. So we have St. James Parish and we have St. Elizabeth Ann Seton supporting us as well. So we draw kids from both of those
We
parishes.
just were talking about the melodrama and the oleo yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
we
exactly.
heard
That's-
about
Good
that.
They were here,
It's a
yeah.
great show.
What's the best way to learn more about the school? We're looking at your website now. Is that where you would send our viewers?
That's a good question. You know, the best way to learn about St. James Seton, I think, is to schedule a tour. Give me a call, shoot me an email, and let's walk around and discover together what makes St. James Seton great.
What is a shadow day? Because I've heard about those too.
A shadow day is a great experience for a kid to come into our school and see what it's all about. So we'll pair the child up with a student buddy and they will get a chance to go to classes with them, interact with students, meet other teachers to see what their style's like, go to lunch, recess, just see what every day is like at St. James and if it's the right environment.
Get them comfortable.
Yes.
Absolutely. And one question I've got for you, and I've got some friends that they sent their kid to a Catholic school, but they're not Catholic. Do you have to be Catholic to attend a Catholic school?
It's a good question, and no, you do not have to be Catholic. We have lots of students at St. James Seton who are not Catholic, but those students enjoy being part of a faith-filled environment. They enjoy being part of the service opportunities. So if parents want to be in an environment where there's high academic standards, where all learners are approached and given the skills that they need, I'd have them give us a call.
Awaken Greatness is where we started and is where we'll end this conversation. Online, it's lovemyschool.com. Thank you,
Yes.
Bo.
And some of those kids may go on to play football someday, which is what we're talking about because it's a big day for college football fans. National